Pause it. Lift your computer. Oh my god.
How do I stop it? Are we rolling?
Testing?
Does this work?
Testing?
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome. This is another episode of IDK with Jay and Kay over here.
I'm Kay.
I'm Jeff, of course, which you know.
Are you going to go by Jeff or Jay? I guess Jeff.
I'm going to go by Jeff, but just Jay for the title.
Okay.
Jay is my brother's name, so I can't.
Oh, yeah, you can't do Jay.
No.
Can't do Jay. Well, everyone, welcome back. Let's do a quick cheers. You know the drill. Jeff, what are you drinking over there?
I am drinking an Angry Orchards hard cider. Just original
flavor. Are you
flavor.
A 2010 frat boy? Is that what's...
I could be.
Okay. I don't judge.
This is usually off the rails for me, guys, okay? I'm a wine connoisseur myself, if you would say.
And it's funny because I'm drinking wine, and I'm thinking I'm drinking...
Oh my God.
Exact same wine I was drinking on episode 0.
And you're more on the beer route, so this is...
Yeah. I'm drinking it out of a beer glass, though.
Okay.
So that makes me feel
good
a little
switcheroo for us.
Better.
Well, this week, guys...
what a week.
Oh, it's been such a week.
Do you remember part of the week?
I don't remember Friday and Saturday.
Do we want to share with the viewers why that is?
Yeah, we could share that.
Okay, kick it off.
So Friday was Miss Kay's mom's birthday. Queen Mom. We celebrated her birthday on Refinery Rooftop. Shout out.
Refinery.
Guys,
if you were listening,
please,
if you're ever in New York City,
yes,
go to Refinery. It's like a rooftop bar, and it's amazing.
It's amazing. Disclaimer: there are better views.
Yes,
there are way better views at better rooftops.
It's pretty low.
However, for the price of what you get, it's a good view and it's a good vibe.
And everywhere you pretty much sit, you can see the Empire State Building.
Yes.
So
even from the inside.
Yeah, you're kind of looking right at it. But Jeff and I, that's like our new favorite spot.
Yeah, we've been there a couple times.
So we decided to take Mom there for her birthday, and have a little nice evening. And
what about that evening, Kay?
Well, it turned into some drinks, and then some drinks turned into shots.
And then some shots turned into going back to Mom's apartment, going back to her roof as well, and
to continue drinking
further drinks.
Which, anyone that is the legal age of drinking, the night where you messed up because you went back somewhere and kept drinking.
Exactly.
Everybody has those nights.
And you already knew that you were at your cap, but you were just...
I was way past my cap.
It's like peer pressure almost.
Let's also make a disclaimer. We are the legal age.
Oh, absolutely.
We were drinking responsibly.
21.
We went out with me, my roommate, my stepdad, and my mother. We all know each other. We all got tested COVID.
Everything's
all negative,
fine, guys.
Wore masks.
Everything's fine.
Just wanted to make that clear for everybody listening. But yeah, that was a fun day. And then, what did we do Saturday?
Saturday was Oktoberfest.
Okay, guys, listen.
Okay, wait, before Saturday,
yes.
We have to talk about Friday.
Oh my God.
Friday night. Guys, Friday night's not over.
Oh yeah, sorry, so looping back.
So we went to Mom's, had some drinky poos.
Yep. I think we actually had one drink.
No, we only made it to one.
Yeah.
We only made it to one.
Yep.
And cut to us drinking at the roof, and then cut to us leaving. Kay, I was like, I'm at the door and I'm ready to go, and I can't find Kay. Kay's at the fridge.
Wait, I just want to say this is the first time I'm hearing this story. So you can't embarrass me too much.
Kay's at the fridge stuffing Trulies inside of her bra. Robbing Mom of her Trulies. Completely robbing Mom of her Trulies. And we dipped. We ran. We had to go.
Also, I could have just asked.
Absolutely. And she would have said yes.
She doesn't even really like Trulies.
So
I have a thing where it started, but
stealing things that don't need to be stolen, but aren't
stolen. That I'm not going to get in trouble for.
Exactly.
That I'm allowed to take.
Stealing things that you can't steal.
Yeah. It's like stealing my own food.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so that's funny that's
scandalous.
Why? Because that's a big thing that I did in college.
So yeah, Kay was just stuffing Trulies in her shirt. And then we got into the Uber and we came home.
And then I think this is where you got lost and I remember a little bit.
Oh, I don't remember anything after stuffing the Trulies in your bra. So this whole story is going to be cuts and you're going to have to jump in and fill in the blanks.
Well, because I remember getting home and we walked into the front door.
We both fell to the ground.
Well, I fell, but I aggressively fell. In our kitchen, we have like in between our kitchen and dining room or living room, there's like this long counter.
Like a breakfast counter, guys.
Yeah,
like,
breakfast counter. You put stools under on
yeah,
one side.
just a little
whatever.
bar counter.
Well, one of the legs there, I like kicked. Like our whole counter could have caved in. And I somehow, when I fell, I like kicked that. Remember that? Didn't put it back until the next day. And then me and you were on the ground for a very long time.
A good 20 minutes,
Don't
I'd
know
say.
what we were talking about.
And then I'm crawling to the bathroom to...
Well, then you would just leave in the middle of the conversation.
Yep.
You go to the bathroom and I hear why you're in the bathroom, so I come sprinting down.
We all know why I'm in the bathroom.
He just really had to pee, guys.
Just
wink, wink.
peed for an aggressive amount of time.
And so I came and held his hair back and took his chains off and...
Kept me alive.
Yeah.
I was
I was worried. At one point, I took a deep breath.
Was
I
on
like,
verge of 911.
Well, then the next day.
Yeah. And then, okay, so we're like, I just die all night. My boyfriend comes over.
I beg his boyfriend to come over. Guys, I'm not kidding. I was on the FaceTime with him while he's like in the middle of conversations with people. And I'm like, you need to come home to come get Jeff now. So
Like,
thankfully,
I just
shout
needed
out.
him there.
Huh?
I just needed him there, I
Yeah.
guess. And then I woke up to him in my bed and had no clue that he came over, and it was just really funny. So surprise, Jeff was dead.
Dead.
Cut to Saturday, Oktoberfest, yay!
By the way, back up before even that, I have never been to an Oktoberfest. I've always wanted to go. I love beer. So I actually got a Facebook ad. I know we hate those, but I got a Facebook ad and it was like, oh, book your VIP table to Oktoberfest now. Throughout the podcast, you will get to know I like two things. Sitting,
Yep. Oh, her fave.
my favorite, and VIP.
Yep.
I'm not waiting in line.
No.
Period.
It's not
Like,
worth
it's
it.
It's not happening. So I would rather book. So anyway, so I got this VIP table, but it was $500 for 6 people, but it went towards your bill.
Yeah, it was like a minimum, guys.
Exactly. It was just like prepaid. So like it was 5 of us that went. So it's like if technically everyone just spends $100, like that's nothing for a Saturday. And it was for 4 hours VIP table. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So I was just dying Saturday morning, and we've booked Oktoberfest like 2 weeks in advance. We were really looking forward to it.
By the way, I had this booked from 3 to 7, and Jeff told me to move it to 1 to 5, noon to 5, 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Because
So-
I was not planning on like dying Friday. We knew that Oktoberfest was the next day.
We really didn't go in on
Full-fledged.
Friday planning to like
No.
black out.
No.
Couple drinks, but that was it.
Thought it was going to be a cute rooftop dinner, and that was it. And then we died.
And I
Couldn't
remember through dinner, like I was like, oh, I'm good. I had 2 drinks by the time our like main food came, and then it just went downhill. It's
Really
like a roller
fast.
coaster, very fast.
So I was just dying Sunday morning, actually. And do you guys know what Oktoberfest is? It's a very big drinking event.
And
It's
again-
heavily drinking based. That's what it is.
And again, it was following all social distancing guidelines,
Oh.
masks, like there was
Tables.
you could only be seating.
Oh, and let me
Seating,
tell you something else,
sitting.
guys. So last year I went to Oktoberfest in New York City, same location, and my parents were here. It was a okay time. They hated it, but this Oktoberfest was way better because the last one was shoulder to shoulder on a pier, cramming as many people as you can, spilling drinks. Bad time.
It was what
And it was
Oktoberfest
cold.
usually is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just a bunch of drunk people being loud and just rowdy. But at this one, we had tables, we had a server. There was 6 feet apart. You had to wear your mask. It was just a good vibe. And I was like, oh my god, this is going to be such a great time because you can sit and actually enjoy yourself versus getting pushed around.
But you were so
Hungover that I could not participate in the drinking.
You had, I think you
On
ordered
Saturday.
a margarita and you
Oh.
had like a sip.
I ordered a frozen margarita, guys, a frozen strawberry margarita. Okay.
After he had 2 ginger
They-
ales and water.
They might as well have just brought me a bottle of tequila and he just handed me that and said, here's your margarita, because I don't know what was going on, but I almost threw up again just drinking a sip of it. And I couldn't drink it. Made Jackson drink it. Everyone else enjoyed themselves at Oktoberfest.
I had a
Kay had a
blast.
hell of a time. Jackson had a hell of a time. Her parents were loving it. Kay bought, I don't know, like 6 or 7 steins.
8.
Eight
4 mini, 4 large.
8 steins.
Guys, another thing, I guess I love sitting, VIP, and souvenir cups.
and merchandise.
If any company out there wants to send us any merch ever, I'm speaking for Kay. Jay can say something else. Jeff, excuse me. Send me souvenir cups. Send me souvenir cups. Okay,
It's
take
your
it away.
favorite.
It's my favorite. Or a chair.
Souvenir chair.
Or a free VIP somewhere.
So it was just
It was a great time. It was a really...
last week. It was a great time.
The weather
Oh my God.
on Oktoberfest was like, what, 65 and cloudy or sunny?
Little breeze
Little
on the
breeze
water.
On the water.
It was perfect. View of the Brooklyn Bridge. Beautiful view of FiDi.
And I want to also note that something too funny is we all kind of popped off on our outfits. Like, I popped off, my mom, my stepdad. Guess who did not pop off? We had Jeff over here looking like a homeless crackhead.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt, sweatpants.
I rolled up and I looked hungover when I rolled up, and you know what? I'm perfectly okay with that.
I love that for you.
I wasn't the only one either.
Absolutely not.
But
Absolutely
no.
not. Anyway, I have something to say for all viewers. I want everyone to everyone grab their drink, take a nice big sip, because what I'm about to say is a hard sip to swallow.
I don't even know where this is going.
If you are of the age of 18,
I know where this is going.
you need to be voting. You need to be looking up how you can vote. I hope to God you're registered to vote. Go vote. Look, we're not going to be a politics podcast. That's something that I know a lot of people hate and whatever, but this is the only time I think we're really going to say this flat out. I'm sure multiple other times. We are the generation that is going to make the change, and the change starts with Biden.
And the change starts now, guys. Like, I saw this thing. Oh my God. I'm going to go off on a little tangent. I'm
go
so
ahead.
sorry.
No, I'm
I'm
going to
sorry.
take a sip. You go ahead.
I saw
Pop
this
off.
TikTok of this mom yelling at her son. And she was not urging him, she was yelling at him to go vote. And he was like, no, I don't wanna. It's stupid. It doesn't affect me, blah,
White
blah,
privilege.
blah, blah. If any of you have that same mentality or know someone with that same mentality, politics affects everyone.
It's called white privilege.
I don't care who you are, how much money you have, where you live, what your situation is, whatever. Politics affects every single living thing on this earth, and you need to make the change for it of the better.
And and also like this ties into our podcast really well is because during high school, I remembered my high school graduation, like one of my practices, we all signed up for a registration card to vote. I didn't even know how to vote. High school didn't teach me that.
Nope.
I was 18 leaving high school.
College doesn't teach you that.
College didn't teach you that. And this is like, I get it too. When you're 18, you're invincible. Nothing can hurt you. It doesn't matter. Your vote, quote unquote, doesn't count. People are getting not people actually, let me phrase that sentence. African Americans are being brutally murdered by cops out there. And you're going to sit here and say your vote doesn't count?
Black transgender women are
Black
being
women.
murdered.
Brutally murdered. And no one is saying a single word. And you know who else I'm really tired of not saying a single word? Influencers. TikTokers. Except I will say Charli D'Amelio. She does still have a Black Lives Matter profile
She does,
picture up.
yes.
Fully support. And Brittany Broski, again, is something that's very super advocate always. There's a
she's
group
always
of
been an
TikTokers that have the vote for Biden page, all that. Go vote. And I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I hope everybody listening, put me in front of a mirror so you're looking at yourself when you hear this. A vote for Trump is a vote against your mother, your sister, your aunt, your niece. It is a vote against all women. It is a vote against every single African American life out there, trans, men, women, non-binary, and it is a vote against the LGBTQ plus
Anything
community.
but a vote for Biden is a vote for Trump.
You're wasting your vote on a third party. I'm sorry, this election, it doesn't count. It will be a vote for Trump. It will be a vote for Trump. So if you're going to vote for Trump, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, and you hate women, period. And I think, and that's enough about politics. Go vote. Go sign up. Go to vote.org. You can learn all the information there.
No excuse.
Cheers one more time, and then we'll get into the topic for this day. Podcast.
Episode.
Show. Whatever.
So this week, guys, Kay and I wanted to discuss
What they don't discuss.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
Yeah.
We want to discuss things that they don't discuss. Let's talk about some things that we didn't know until we grew up. First of all,
Let's talk about how expensive some things are that we didn't know were expensive until we became an adult. And also, really quick shout out to everyone who answered our poll question about that.
Yes.
Like, we see you guys. We wrote all your answers down, so keep answering those questions. Pause it. Lift your computer. Oh my god.
How do I stop it? We are so sorry about that, guys. We just had a bit of some spillage. Almost just had to drop the entire podcast. The computer almost broke.
Yeah, I peed my pants a little bit. Like, I was so worried.
That was funny.
So,
okay.
Anyway.
So we just want to talk about some things that no one told us when we were growing up. First being expensive things.
Okay, can I say it? Can I say my favorite one?
Yeah.
Cheese. Cheese.
Okay.
Cheese. Why is it so expensive?
Listen. Do you know how cheese is made?
I could give a damn how cheese is made.
Do you know how long it has to
I don't
sit?
care. You know how long my mother created me? I'm not that expensive.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it doesn't. No one's doing anything. It
Oh,
sits
I
there.
thought you were backing up.
No, I'm backing you up.
Oh.
No
Okay,
one-
I'll hear more.
No one does anything. It sits and dries for months, sometimes years on end.
Buy
So,
a bottle of wine that's cheaper than a block of cheese.
Depending, yeah.
But if you look at, not like, don't, take variety and brand and all that good stuff out of it. But think about it, like, if you can find the cheapest bottle of wine costs $8. A block of cheese don't cost $8.
Block of cheese is at minimum 12.
Why?
Gouda?
Why?
Fontina?
Why is it extra to add a slice
Brie.
of cheese on a cheeseburger? Why?
It's $2 for a slice of Kraft American cheese.
It makes it. These are one of my things that make my blood boil sometimes when I don't understand something, and something especially that can't be explained on why it's so expensive is cheese. Maybe if you're like a cheese connoisseur out there, if you could tweet me at KAY__Prince PRINCE. Can you just like explain to me why it's so expensive?
Can you drop some links to some videos explaining the process?
Like, I
of
would
this?
love to get educated, but
Absolutely.
but like educated.
How?
I still don't understand. But cheese is the number one of what, like, of something that I didn't know was expensive until I went grocery shopping for the first time as an adult. I
Really?
needed cheese. That was
Oh.
the first thing that stuck in my mind. But we asked a lot of you guys, and we're going to discuss some of the answers that
Yeah, we have.
you told us.
We have some answers from people.
And stuff that I didn't even think about,
Yeah.
too. Like, that was incredible.
And obviously, guys, everything is expensive. Like, duh.
Yeah.
But some stuff is.
I saw a tweet that said $1 or a $20 bill is an adult dollar. And I think that is like the best way to describe adulting to me.
I would say $100.
Is $1?
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
That-
Oh my fucking god! Again!
Oh my god!
Unplug! I don't even know how it happened, but the second one, it was all over his computer.
It went everywhere. The first
So-
one was okay, but the
We'll have
second
to
one
give
was
like a
bad. I
headphone
panicked.
warning in the description
Absolutely.
of this podcast episode.
Because we're screaming.
Okay, so let's dive into some other things that you guys tweeted at us, commented on our Instagrams about what is expensive, and I think what we'll do is just grab one and kind of do a little topic.
Driving.
What is expensive about driving?
Well, cars and driving. How that? Okay. Let's pick a different one. Vacuums.
Well, like household items. Let's group it under household items. I feel like there's a bunch. Trash cans. Why is it so expensive? Trash cans.
How much was our trash can, Kay? How much was our trash can? At least like
$70?
$70. And how much are the bags? Like another $40. It's
it's
Simple
just
Human. If anybody knows out there that has a Simple Human trash bag, you have a specific trash bag that fits your bin.
Yeah.
And they're lettered by size.
I mean, it is a very nice looking
It's
trash
a
can,
very nice
but
trash
it's also
can.
again just
Did not need to be $70 though.
black plastic.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like it's one of those things where you can like talk to it and like open sesame. Like,
Or,
no,
or you come up to it and it opens
or
automatically.
you like put your foot down. It's not one of those. It's I gotta manually step on it. It's a calf workout for me.
Yeah. Definitely
always trying to work
burning
out
some
on it.
calories with that one.
But like other household appliances.
Clorox wipes.
Clorox
What did, okay, so I went to the store the other day.
Okay.
About 3 things of Clorox wipes, not the big ones, the small ones.
Okay.
Ran me like $18.
I guess like
3
also
things of Clorox wipes.
it's hard to like, I guess some of these things are hard because it does, one, depend on where you buy it from, and 2, like what city you're in, because we're in New York City, so everything is clearly going to be a lot more expensive. But like,
True.
still, $12 for a block of cheese, I will never be able to get over it.
We're still stuck on the cheese.
Yeah, I will always be stuck on the cheese of why it's so expensive. So someone needs to teach me why not. Vacuums.
Mhm.
A Dyson vacuum is like $400. Why?
And they make hair dryers.
And their hair dryers are expensive.
Why? Because it's a science and air technology. Bull fucking shit.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. But bullshit.
Yeah,
It blows air. What's so special about it? The other thing blows air.
Like and it sucks because the marketing side of me, it's brilliant because it's just a brand name. You know, like Coca-Cola does so many things, but the one thing with that is they do it under different names. You know, like Nestle is Pepsi. You know, so like I guess it's kind of like that for Dyson, but they just use the same name. So like I get it.
But when you think of Dyson, you think of like a rich vacuum.
I think of like a mom, like a blonde mother who has like three kids she just dropped them off at like a prestigious Catholic like daycare. Boarding school. But just for like just day stuff, right? So dropped it off, came home in her white Range Rover, pulled up to her driveway, punched in her little gate,
And
gets
whipped
in.
out the Dyson.
Her housekeeper was already there, but she decided to look productive and post it on Instagram, so she pulled out the vacuum.
Oh, okay.
That's what Dyson vacuums make me think.
Okay, when I think of Dyson, I think of like, that's a very descriptive image, Kay. I appreciate
That's
that.
You're welcome.
When I think of Dyson, I just think of like their commercials and like how they talk about all of this new air technology and air science.
I don't care.
What is so different from your fan to the next one? You both blow air and you both do it the same way.
And like, I don't.
It's a gimmick.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a scam.
That's life.
It's
Adulting
a scam.
is a scam.
Everything's a scam.
Like if you think you're prepared for adulting.
Again, household items, laundry detergent. How much are Tide Pods?
A lot.
Tide Pods are $14.
Also, can we also just talk about Tide Pods, like containers? I can't even open them. How are like? They're like, oh, we have to make them super like airlock security tight because we don't want
you have to like push
kids.
down and twist it or something.
Same thing with like cough medicine. Like you gotta push and push and turn and squeeze. I can't even get it open. I'm a 23-year-old.
You know what I think about child locks? If it's within access of your child, it shouldn't be there.
Okay, but like, what about like a cabinet door handle? You're saying take off the door handle? Take out
I
the
mean,
cabinet?
like, if something is really that riskful for a child, then why is it in access of the child?
I think the problem is like, we don't know what's really hurtful to a child until they're like running around, I guess. And like say things that we don't even see. Like if you think about our
I just
eye
hate
level,
kids, so I just
Oh
like
my God.
automatically jump that way. I'm so sorry.
Batteries. They are so expensive.
For what?
Like I guess I get batteries a little more because like
Have you ever licked a battery?
no.
Never done that?
No.
Guys,
Have you?
Tweeted us if you've ever licked a battery.
No, and
Yes.
if you haven't, don't do it, please.
It's like, it feels cool on your tongue. I used to do it
I
when
have
was
a
kid.
feeling like that's not something that's
You
advised.
lick the positive end in case
No.
anyone's wondering.
No. I don't think that's like advised. Like if we
Not
Googled-
advised at all.
Yeah, don't do it on our watch.
But I've done it when I was a kid. I used to put them to my mouth. Like, tastes kind of like fun.
What is it? What do you mean it
I don't
tastes
know.
like fun? Like it's confetti? Like
It tasted good.
okay. You also don't like okay.
It just felt good on my tongue, okay?
That's okay.
I'm so
Okay, but
weird.
batteries are very expensive. But
It's
what I
a
was saying
weird
is
child.
I can kind of see more of like why batteries are expensive because they like power things.
Batteries in and of themselves are insane to
Like
think about.
yeah, like if like a battery expert wants to explain batteries to me, like I would love to hear it. But like again, like so batteries I kind of get, but also like I was not prepared to be told how much batteries were. Anytime I like needed batteries, I was like, "Hey mom, go grab me a pack of 4 batteries." Be like, okay, I'll be like, "Oh, like $5." Nope, wrong.
Like
Incorrect.
10.
Yeah, and that's for like the generic brand.
Energizer, if you're listening.
Energizer Buddy. Oh, what's
lower
the
your prices, yo.
Durell.
Duracell?
Moving on. Okay, moving on. What are some other... Huh?
Durrell.
Okay. Thank you. Got it. Funny. What else is kind of expensive that we want to talk about? I mean, there's so much. Like, there's literally so much, but...
Toilet paper.
And, okay. Let me just pop off for a second. What the absolute heck is this toilet paper math they put on the front? It never makes sense.
The what?
The toilet paper math. Have you ever looked at it? Like, when you're looking at the row of toilet paper, it has, like, the certain amount of rolls. But then they're like, it's, like, 5 times bigger, so it's actually, like, 15 rolls, but it's only 3 inside. How'd you get that?
I think because they rolled it out and counted.
There's no way.
Yeah,
no.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure someone's getting paid money to do that, to figure it out.
No.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. I think it's made up, and I think that it's a great marketing scheme.
Okay.
And great marketing to be like, hey guys, like, you can get this one that has more rolls.
We don't really have a choice, do we?
Like, this one has more rolls, but, like, technically less paper. So just believe my quick math and buy me instead. I think that's brilliant.
What's your favorite toilet paper brand?
I'm not picky. I like something.
Oh, I'm very picky. Are you 1 or 2 ply?
2.
2 ply.
If you have 1 ply in your house, I'm leaving.
I agree.
I'm leaving.
Very valid point. Let's talk about adult responsibilities.
Ugh, all of them.
No one ever, like, talked to me or gave me hints or anything about leasing an apartment, okay?
Absolutely not.
Finding an apartment is one thing, okay? That's hell of itself. Signing it and getting all the payments and doing all of that is such a mess. It's such a shit show. It is so hard.
Well,
and my first lease that I signed was very scary. Like, I felt like I was signing my life away.
Well, I mean, you are, and landlords will take advantage knowing that people sign young, and they'll weasel anything. I mean, I went to University of Alabama, where really after your freshman year they kind of kick you off campus unless you're an RA or an athlete. You have to go find somewhere to live. But the weird thing with that is so let's say it's like fall 2020. You have to have signed a lease for next year by the end of October for, like, winter 2020 or next fall 2021. And if you don't sign a lease by October in 3 months, like, you're done. You're not getting an apartment on campus or a house or anything. How are you supposed to sign a lease for someone for a full year that you met 3 months ago? Like, that's, especially in college, like, that's crazy to think about. So every place is different. Like, there are things that I learned there signing a lease that are the complete opposite, like in New York City or Denver signing a lease.
All right. So I think we've got some expensive stuff covered, and we found out some shit that we didn't know was expensive until we grew up. And I want to go and transition into some things overall, regardless of expensive things.
Okay.
How about, did you know that you didn't have to be 26 to rent a car?
Okay, so this one gets to me. I grew up, that's all I knew.
Me too.
Like,
it was always 26.
Always 26. I specifically remember, like, that was the age. I don't know. When Jeff and I were in Rochester, I just happened to be Googling, like, car rental agent or whatever. Because I was like, oh, if we go somewhere, I want to rent a car or whatever. I get there, and it says you have to be 21.
And you just have to pay, like, a younger insurance fee because you're a young driver.
Yeah,
you have to pay
and
a
I'm
younger
sure
driver insurance fee.
And I'm sure that's very expensive.
Oh, I'm sure.
But,
it's
like,
a couple hundred.
You still could do it.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be 26. And why is no one talking about this? This is the biggest news.
Do you know how many places I could have gone with that? Or how many trips I could have been on? Or camping places I could have gone with my friends? But we just
it's crazy. So now you know.
26.
So tweet us if you're going to go rent a car now that you know that it's 21 and
also,
not 26.
Also, where at? Because...
Yeah, and invite us.
So another thing that no one really told me was going to be a really heavy player in becoming a person.
An adult.
Are resumes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to whip that bitch out.
It's hard because I feel like where they put emphasis on a resume doesn't make sense. Like they put an emphasis on a resume for me my junior year of high school. So I was like, okay, so I created
Yes,
one.
that's when I started mine. It was like in my English class you had to do
Yeah,
it.
like clearly not the best time to start it. And then I didn't have one, and then I started making one because I started applying for internships, but no one really explained to me like what the guidelines are, like the do's and the don'ts. Like my class would, like my professors, but I didn't really have too much faith in what they were saying because they're teaching stuff from the 1990s and that's not relevant anymore. So it was hard, and I had a lot of fails with it, but then I had some wins, I guess you could say.
Yeah, my resume in high school was like, I was working at a grocery store as a cashier, okay? Like, what's that going to do for me?
Yeah.
Why are we making resumes in junior year of high school?
And then it just doesn't, like, look that good. You know,
And
like...
I understand, like, that it's important that we do need to know that. Like, I do
Absolutely.
understand that. However, why don't we make a mock resume? Why do I need
Yep.
a resume that tails to my high school life? Like, what have I done in high school?
And then, like, that just makes everyone feel so bad, the kids that didn't do anything in high school. Like, I was kind of one of those kids. Like, I had an internship, and I was in FBLA, but, like, that was it. And I guess I played sports. Like, that was it. Like, I don't know. And, like, that's stuff that you can put on a resume, but it's not something that sticks out. Like...
No.
And then, so I have a funny resume story.
Okay.
Actually. So when I graduated college, I emailed or, applied to probably 500 jobs right before I moved to Colorado. And not a single call back, nothing. So I was like, okay. And just so everyone knows, my real name is not Kay. I will not share my real name with you, but it's not Kay. And it said that name with my last name. So it said blank Prince, right? Let's say my real name's Martha. It's not. Let's say it is. Let's say it is. So it said Martha Prince. No callbacks. Finally, I got to Denver, and I was an Uber driver, and I was living paycheck to paycheck, like barely making it, right? And finally, I decided to take Martha off my resume and put K instead.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I put my college that was on my left-hand side at the very bottom. And even though I went to a big college like Alabama, like, that's great. But if you put it at the top of your resume, this is a tip for everybody out there applying from jobs right now. If your college is at the top of your resume, they instinctively know you're young. They know you're young and you just graduated. Because a person that's 34... college doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, even if it's Harvard, their college doesn't matter. They'll put it at the bottom. It's a nice, hey, here's my degree. This is where I got it from kind of thing. So there's a tip. If you're not getting callbacks, maybe change your last name to your first name. Don't change your name because that's illegal. And all my employers knew my real name when I applied and all that stuff. But you take that out. Take your birthday. If you have your birthday, take it out.
There's no need to have your birthday.
Listen, something that I learned going into this, I'm in the marketing tech world. The younger you are, the less credibility you have. You could have 10 years and you're 22 years old working, right? Because you're 22, if you let people know how young you are, they will take it as an advantage, and it's not going to go well.
Another thing that I found that is not very necessary on a resume is a GPA.
Yeah.
I understand, like, if I was an interviewer, I understand you have a 3.8. Like, I get that. Everyone else has a 3.8 that's applying to this job as well.
But I guess that, like, the other hand is like, do they? Like, I guess, like, some people, that's a way to stand out for them.
Well, I guess it depends on the job you're applying
And
for.
I didn't put my specific GPA on it. I put cum laude.
Okay.
Cum laude. Because that's what I graduated with. So my diploma says, my name, cum laude or cum laude. But, like, I agree. If they care about your GPA, they will ask you. And if they ask you for your GPA, that's not the job.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't be working for a company that automatically asks your GPA.
I also wanted to talk about that weird transition from, like, a teenager to young adult.
Like 20 to 21.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't think it was going to be a big difference. And I learned very quickly it is. First off, you want to drink all the time. Because, like...
No. Immediately, the first thought that went to my head when I was 21 was drink, 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 drink.
Like, especially if you're out to, like, lunch or even breakfast. You're like, oh, I'm 21 now. Like, I can have a drink.
Because you don't have to hide it.
So let me get a drink. So I drank a lot just because I was like, oh, I'm legal. Like, let's start, you know?
Right. Perfectly valid. That was the same way. Where was my first drink?
Your first legal drink?
Okay. Oh, actually, I turned 21 over quarantine. So I never really had, like, my first drink. My first purchase of alcohol was at, like, a liquor store, and I bought a bunch of wine.
Oh, my God. You're so boring.
And, yeah, so boring.
My first
was
legal
with
drink...
my parents.
My first legal drink was in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Las Vegas with my mom and her best friend, and then me and my best friend. So it was the four of us, and we stayed at the Marriott. Shout out to the Marriott.
Like, which one? There's, like, probably 6.
But yeah, so we went there, and the hotel that we were staying in, so we came in a couple days before my birthday. So, like, the first day we were there, we saw Chris Angel live concert, because
have to.
I mean, he's my angel. Like, he's my idol, you know?
Absolutely.
Love him. So we saw that, and then the next night had dinner. But our hotel had a bar in it, or a bar, like a club in it, like a 4-floor club.
Oh, shit.
So we went there, and I, like, walked in at midnight and, like, went there. But that's also when I realized, like, how much money I'm going to be spending on alcohol the rest of my life. Because we got 4 vodka Sprites, or 4 vodka sodas, and 4 kamikaze shots.
What is that?
It's like just a cheap shot you can drink. It's like a mixed shot.
Oh.
We'll try it sometime.
Great.
But it was like $300 for just those. And I was like, by the way, my mom paid. Thank you.
I was going to say, Mom, pull out the card.
Yeah, no, it was great. So, and that was Vegas. I mean, we partied for like another day, and what they say is it's true is you can only stay in Vegas for a couple of days.
Oh, would. Okay, can I be honest? I have no desire to go to Vegas.
Why?
At all.
Well, I mean, definitely right now during COVID time is not like it.
But it just doesn't seem like that. Just doesn't seem fun to me. Like, I understand if I was rich, like really, really rich, I would go.
Really? You wouldn't just...
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll have to take you at least one time because...
Also, back to your point about spending money on alcohol. Guys, do not buy shots at the bars. Please. Don't buy shots. Or at restaurants even. Especially in New York City. They're so expensive.
If you're of the legal age.
If you guys are of legal age of 21.
If.
I cannot stress enough how important a pregame is before you go out somewhere.
And a rightly paced pregame.
Okay, yeah. You do not want to roll up blackout.
Because, like, pregames can either go one of 4 ways.
I was going to say 1 of 2.
Oh, 1 of 4.
Okay.
You're so scared to get blackout that you just don't drink much, and you're sober by the end of it. You drink too much, and you black out before you even go.
I like that choice.
You drink just enough, or you drink just under enough where when you get to the event, you're sober.
Those are all bad choices.
So, like, I feel like that's how every pregame can go.
But my typical pregame is, like, if I'm going... Okay, well, it depends on where you're going, obviously.
And depends on who you're going with. If you're going on a date, don't pregame.
No, don't pregame. No.
Make his pockets hurt.
If you're going out with friends, you're ripping 4 shots before you go to the bar.
Absolutely. And maybe if, like, a shooter fits in your back pocket or something.
Or your bra, your wallet, your purse.
But you need to buy shots at the bar because we're not encouraging you to steal or anything like that at all.
No.
Please don't go out there and do that.
Don't steal Trulies from your mother's fridge either. That's
Well, and, turning 20 to 21 is not only just about, like, oh, we can drink now, but it's also, that's when you start to learn, like, you can't get blackout every weekend.
It's responsibility.
It's not cute. It's really not cute.
It gets old really quick, to be honest with you.
Like, it's really not cute. Like, I have friends, like, I won't say where, I won't say names, of course, but, like, if you're past 30 and you're still coming to the club with a 21-year-old every night pretty much, getting blackout drunk, your head is not where it should be.
Or your priorities.
And look, if that's the path you want to take in life, power to you. Power to you. But I knew this chick, and I knew that she wanted to do so much more. But as a friend, of course, you can't really overstep, but you don't want to understep. It's this whole thing. So I was not being judgmental if that's the life you want to have, but, like, where are your priorities? Are you hitting your goals? And if you're clearly not, then maybe rethink of what you're doing.
I think my biggest thing was when so I turned 21 over quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Which must be hard.
When I came back to New York City, I left when I was 20. I came back when I was 21. And when I came back, it was weird, guys. Like, I don't know what it was. All of a sudden, responsibilities came up out of nowhere. And you're just fending for yourself.
That's the key, is, like, you're
from
literally...
20 to 21, you are fending for yourself.
Absolutely. Pretty much 21 on.
And it's...
Like,
it's weird, but it just happens at 21. I don't
well, and
know
you're
why.
not really, like, prepared for it.
No one ever is, and you're not supposed to be. Your parents can do the best they can do to prepare you for that, but
and that's what we're here for, is maybe help you guys out a little bit more too.
But a lot of it is going to be independent, which is good. It's character building for sure. I have changed so much in the past year. It's ridiculous.
I agree, and I think everyone can say that, but I think. And then this kind of goes hand in the hand with, this is where you start really thinking about people you're friends with, is because, you pretty much graduated college, and you don't have to be fake with them. You don't have to text them 24/7, because you're not going to see them, especially if, my friend group, we all went all over the place. And thankfully, I didn't have any crazies in my life, but you're not going to see them. Cut them off. If they're toxic to you, cut them off. But it's hard to balance, which I referenced in episode 0, is the balance of, like, your friends, on one hand, they're getting, married, pregnant, having kids, and your other one's calling you at 3 a.m. because she just texted her ex back. So
blackout at the bar.
So, like, you have to learn how to balance, and every situation is different. I have plenty of experience with that, so if anyone has questions, tweet at me, and we'll make maybe an episode about that. Because
that'd be fun.
That's a whole episode of itself.
Yes.
The balance of friends. Oh.
It's really hard, and especially with people that you live with.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming friends with someone and also becoming roommates with them can be very hard. And
it's it's just learning. It's so much learning, and you're gonna fail.
About both parties. It's about learning from them and you learning about yourself and how you deal with people and deal with situations.
And, like, you
character building, I'd love to see it.
Exactly. We are building our character in 2020. We can't repair a lot in this world.
What else are you doing in 2020?
Yeah.
You're stuck in the
voting
house.
for Biden.
Oh, true.
I think there's cheers for that, actually.
My glass is empty. Guys.
Pause. Jeff needs to go get some drink.
I need to get my drink.
Okay.
Right, I'm back.
He's back. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
I love that we all can have a nice cheers. Well, today was a really, really fun episode to record because, we could make 15 more episodes on just expensive things or things that we didn't know, but I think it was important as one of our early episodes to record for you guys, or, like, just touching the surface of things we'll get into. Because, like,
showing a little preview.
I'm still hoping a cheese expert reaches out to me, and I will keep everybody updated. Everybody will be updated.
But why is it so expensive?
I just want to know. And how do batteries work? So I need a battery expert and a cheese expert. I'll take you guys to lunch. You can grab drinks. Okay.
Just talk a little bit. That's all I want to do is just talk.
Like, I just have some questions.
And make sure you guys tune in next week where we dive in with our special guest about all things fashion and all things New York City.